Hey guys! So I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about something a little bit different, and it's actually about homeschool. So here we go. Okay, so what I wish I would have known before I started homeschooling my daughter. Yeah, so homeschooling can be extremely scary, and whenever you first start considering it, you'll think, you'll hear a lot of moms and other people tell you, oh, you have so much more patience than me, or I couldn't handle that, or I need my me time, or I don't have confidence enough that I would be able to be smart enough to do that for my kid. I couldn't teach my kid. And they just tell you all these things that kind of put this idea in your head that it's extremely difficult to be a homeschool mom and that it's like next to an impossible feat. I know that's not what they're trying to do, or maybe possibly it is, because maybe they're super against homeschool and they think that you need to put your kid in public school. But I wish I would have been able to tell my former self to not stress so much and not worry so much about what other parents say, because if you feel the need or the drive to do it, do it. What do you have to lose? I mean, especially in their young years, whenever they are in preschool or kindergarten, even if the case is that you don't think that you're smart enough to do it, they're learning their ABCs, guys. Like, it is not that difficult. And if you, especially if you take the time out to go through and just look through your plans and remember what it was like to be a kid and try to make things fun for them and make things a game and play. And it's just, it is so much more, it's just so rewarding and so wonderful. And, I was just terrified all of the time. So I can kind of explain to you guys some different things that we do, and I can take you through our workbook and our class time and things like that if you want some inspiration that way. But honestly, it's just, it's not near as scary as it actually is. And I spent the whole first half of this year freaking out, thinking that I wasn't doing enough, that my kid wasn't doing enough, that she was suffering because of me, and that what if we didn't have a day that was full of just work or some sort of activity, that I was worried that she wasn't going to be getting in her social time, because moms will tell you that too. Where are they going to get their where are they going to get their social skills from? And anyway, so I spent the whole first half of the year just freaking out. And I will tell you that my kid does awesome with people. When she sees people at the store, or she sees, we have story time, we have an art class that we go to and things like that. She's the most outgoing and talkative kid there. So I think I worried a little bit too much about that and was really trying to push her to just be outgoing and friendly and make friends. And I was really worried about the social aspect of things. But honestly, she's fine. And homeschool kids are not weird. Homeschool kids are not too sheltered. My kid... Anyways, I'm not going to go into that with you guys, but the thing of it is that just stop freaking out. Don't be so scared. Don't worry so much. I'm actually going to show you guys, just for this video, kind of something that we do in the mornings, and depending on what grade that your kid is in, you can make one of these binders up this summer. I will show you that right now. So we have this cute little pink binder because that's her favorite color. And every morning we do a binder review. And this is just kind of things that she needs to know for preschool. We start out the day with this. And this is, what are your feelings for the day? How are you feeling today? And we go through and talk about each one of them too. And it's important for them to be able to express themselves and express their feelings to you, because you're it for them for the day. And then we've got our months of the year. And we have a little song to this, and I've created a YouTube playlist that has all of these things on it too. So after we go through it, we'll listen to the song that she can dance around to and sing on YouTube, and then we'll move on. But, you know, we have a little song. It's January, February, March, and April, May, June, July and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. And she thinks that's so cool. And she gets her little pencil ready. You know, I let her point with the eraser and she points to it whenever we sing, you know. And sometimes I'll hand her the binder and I say, okay, teach me what I need to know today. Tell me my months of the year. And she'll, you know, point to them and sing to me. She loves that. And so we have this. We've got our seasons and we sing the winter, spring, summer, and fall. And she loves that. That's where we stop. We don't sing the whole song, but she loves that. And that has really helped her to figure out her seasons. And I got all of these printouts on the computer for free. I just searched and searched until I found them. We have the days of the week. We have a little song with that. And she repeats me. You know, Monday, Tuesday, and she repeats me all the way to Sunday, and then these are the days of the week. Anyways, and then we have this chart that shows the weather. I'll open up the windows in here in our classroom and I'll tell her, what is our weather today? And what are these different, you know, and so she'll point to what our weather is today and tell me what it's called, and then we'll talk about the different possible weather, you know, things that we could have. And along with that, you want to talk to them what to do in the case of a tornado and things like that. Wherever your area is that you live, you can incorporate all of that into the seasons. And if you want to make it religious, you can talk to them about how God created all of these things and about what the different seasons do for, I mean, I guess that doesn't even have to be on a religious part. You could do the God created things, all these things, and talk about what's God made and what's man-made. But you could also talk to them and add science into this, where you talk to them about what's the purpose for all of our seasons and what all of them end up doing for us and for the earth. So that's kind of cool. We have a colors one, which she learned these in pre-K, but I always like to go through and review them for her, and it's fun for her because we found these little guys, and she'll say, blue, you got me. Red, you got me. And she'll point to him and, you know, I don't know. Anyways, and then we've got our shapes here. And as she goes through all of those, we're still working on octagon, pentagon, and hexagon. But what I told her is that she knows that an octopus has 8 legs, and that, you know, the stop sign is the octagon and it has 8 sides. So I told her to close her eyes and envision an octopus sitting on top of a stop sign. So whenever she sees this and it looks like a stop sign to her, she can think oct, 8 sides, octopuses have 8 legs. Anyways, it worked for her. So simple little things like that, I know. And then this one we just go through and she shows me her 0 through 10. And one of the things they want you to talk to them about and learn, for them to learn in well, I guess it's preschool, yeah. I mean, she's supposed to be in preschool, but she's doing a lot of kindergarten stuff. But anyways, they want them to know what 0 is. That 0 means none. That's one of the standards. So anyways, we go through that. And then we printed off this one and I colored it fun for her. And it has 1 through 20 on here. And we do the same thing here that we did on the colors. She goes through and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got me. And then we go through here and she does it again and again and again. And the hardest ones for them is going to be this row right here. Because all the others have the actual, you know, 18, 17, 16, 15. It's not 15, you know. 14 is easy, 13 is hard because thir is not 3, 13, 12, and 11. This is the hardest row for them to learn. So you could make some extra activities for that. It's not hard it's easy for them to learn to count from 1 to 20, but to recognize what it is, that's the hardest ones, 11 through 15. 16 through 20 is, you know, they get that. It's simple. We've got a list of opposites. We have 2 of those. You know, and then you can talk about other things that aren't on the worksheets, of course. Like, could you name something that's an opposite for me that wasn't on your your work pages today. And then I printed out capital alphabet. And on this one, we point and we sing the alphabet. And then I printed out the lowercase ones. And on this one, we go through and sing, talk about the phonics. She repeats after me. I say a, b, k, d, e. We go through and we talk about the letter sounds in the lowercase. It's really good for them to associate the lowercase letters with the letter sound, because most of our words are written in lowercase. So when they see a lowercase word, they can sound it out. Some letters, honestly, she's learned it so much this way on the lowercase ones that we'll see a word or she'll see a letter out about. And like today, I took her to lunch and she, on the little color sheet they gave her, there was an R on there, and she said, look, it's an So, but that's good because they need to know the sounds, because that gets them set up for reading. And then our last one that we have in here right now is positions. We also need to add in, you can buy these little clear things just like at the Dollar General. But we also need to add in there her sight words that she's learned, and her color words and things like that. We have a few more things that we need to add in here. But for preschool and even some kindergarten things, this is enough. So we review this every morning, and then we get started on our handwriting. And she has these little workbooks where she traces things. We go through that. We have this little deal which she's messed up today. I'm going to show you. They put the activities that we could have today, holiday, how they feel, the weather, and then the season. And this is, she has messed this all up playing with it this morning. Month, date, yesterday was, and you use the days of the week. Yesterday was, today is, tomorrow will be. And anyways, we work on this some mornings too, but as you can tell today, we didn't get to it. And that's okay, because one of the most important things to remember, one of the most important things to remember about homeschool is that things don't have to always be perfect, and you don't have to be perfect. I mean, I used to think if I missed one of our things that I felt like were extremely important for her learning, that I would just freak out. I would think our whole day was ruined and she's not going to learn these things, and you have to chill out. Okay, and from the most important thing, if you are about to homeschool, and this is extremely important, guys, because the learning stuff, you can find tons of free stuff online. You can find tons of free things. Most of her workbooks I've got for her, I'm scatterbrained today. I'm going to show you the workbooks in a minute. The most important thing you need to remember is start now, this summer. If you're going to be homeschooling next year, start this summer getting up before your kid gets up. Wake up early. This is so important, because you're going to be homeschooling from, for a majority of the day. You're going to be homeschooling morning and usually in the evening, afternoon too, just to get everything in. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be homeschooling from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. because I was doing that and we were just taking breaks here and there. And, that doesn't mean you have to do that, but you need to do a couple hours in the morning and a couple hours in the evening. So, 3 to 4 hours complete for the day. So, anyways, the most important thing is to get up early, because you want to make sure that you get fed, that you have quiet time in the house, that you're able to run around and, keep up with your house. That's another thing that is so hard whenever you start homeschooling or you start loading up your day with extra things. Even if you're not homeschooling and you've started some kind of business at home or something like that, it's so hard to keep up with your housework. So get up early, get your breakfast, get your hot tea, get your workout in, get your shower, pop through the house, and clean. Set your timer for 15 to 20 minutes and do a quick run through the house to clean. Like, clean in the you know, in the aspect of thinking, okay, when my kid gets up, I might not have another opportunity to straighten up the house until this afternoon after we're done with school. So anything could happen during the day. So get up and get that stuff done. That has been the biggest helper for me of all, is to get up early and go to bed at a decent time. You're getting them down. They need to be on a routine also. You need to be getting them up, you know, at a certain time every day, and you need to be getting them down for bed. Down for bed is the most important thing, because if, hey, they don't get up a little bit later during the day, you just get more you time, right? And it's important to make sure that you have you time. Trust me, I'm one of those people who take care of everything in the house first, take care of my kid first, take care of my husband first, the dog, the dishes, everything. And then it's crunch time and it's time to leave, or it's time to do something, and I haven't showered. You know, I'm looking crazy, my clothes are nasty, and I'm just like, forget it, I haven't had time to even eat today, so I just throw something on, go out of the house grungy, and then I'm starving because I haven't stayed ahead of the Hunger Games, so we go somewhere or do something, and I just, you know, I eat fries, or throw in some stuffed mushrooms or some french fries, and then I feel like absolute crap, you know, because I haven't stayed ahead of my Hunger Game. I haven't gotten my nutrition for the day. So get up early and get these things done. Make yourself a priority. That is actually the most important thing for homeschool moms. Everything else that you're going to be freaking out about is going to be okay. Everything else is going to, you know, as soon as your kid gets used to learning from you, that's another thing. You know, but once they get used to learning from you, and they get used to doing their work, and they have fun with it, and they enjoy it, and you make everything into a game, like, that part is going to be the easy part. The hardest part is finding time for yourself. So make time in the mornings and get your sleep at night. Those are the main things. And I'm not perfect. And the reason why I know these things is because I made these mistakes. I stressed so bad about being on a routine and getting all of this schoolwork in and everything. And for nothing. Because honestly, anyways, just don't stress, ladies. Do not stress, and take time for yourself. Get it in the mornings. And some of you moms, and I know a lot of this is you guys are not getting your time in the morning. You're staying up at night. I used to be that mom too. Don't do that, because you need your sleep. Your sleep is important too. Your nutrition, your sleep, your you time, all of that is important, but you know, so when you want to make time for yourself and you need to catch up with things, set your alarm, and instead of hitting it a million times because you do not want to get up and get your stuff done, and you'll just feel so much better. Starting your day that way with a nice, you know, a nice bath and a hot tea and you know, a nice smoothie or oatmeal or something. And the house, you know, you get everything done and everything's nice. And then your crazy kid wakes up and it's go time for them. You're making their breakfast. You're getting them a bath. You're getting them dressed for the day. You're getting them, you know, their prayers or their devotionals or whatever you guys do in the morning for them. You're doing all that stuff for them. And then you're getting started on school. And then you're having, you know, you're doing school until lunch. And then you have your lunch break. And then after lunch, you know, you have other activities. And it's just, you'll feel so much better if you get up and take that time out for yourself. And also, if you make sure that at least once a month that you're getting out to do something for yourself. And I'm horrible about that, but I can tell you guys to do different. So, getting out and having time away from the kid and away from them is really important too, because it's good for them and it's good for you, because they need that time where you're not right there with them all the time. You know, they need a day like that, or a few hours a week, or, you know, they need time where they get to be independent, or they're with another parent, or they're with somebody else. That's important to them too, so that they're not constantly attached to your side. It's really, really important for them. And it's important for you, because us as moms can I mean, we have, especially whenever you become a homeschool mom, you have multiple full-time jobs, and it can be exhausting at times. It's extremely rewarding and fun, but you can be exhausted at times, and you can get overwhelmed if you don't make sure to take a break for yourself. So make sure you do that too, and do as I say, not as I do. I actually am going to start taking an art class this summer, 1 day a week, and it's for like 2.5 hours. So I'm going to have that time too, where I have time to myself and I have something going for me. And it's important for your kids to see that. Also, another thing, it's important for the kids to see that you're taking time out for yourself too, because it teaches them how to be an adult. And you definitely don't want them to grow up and just pour everything out to everybody else without taking care of themselves too. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope all of this made sense, because I'm extremely hyper and kind of scattered out today. So I hope all this made sense and that it helped in some way. Love you guys. Bye.